right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest with us, Miss Beverly with Carolina Fun Factory. And she's going to tell us a little bit about our rentals and she's going to give us a full rundown of what her company offers. And I'm going to tell you this she got a little bit of everything, and you bring out the kid in you. So, like I said, we're going to pretty much get her started. We're going to start asking. And if y'all have any questions throughout the show, please reach out to us and I'll make sure we'll ask those questions so then she can answer them for you. So, Beverly, how are you doing this morning?
I am great. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
And then, of course, we have Tisha Joyner. Hi, Tish.
Hey there. How you doing? I'm excited. Beverly is one of my new friends. Slash,
Oh,
well, I was put over to the side vendors that I've been working with for the last couple of years. And she is a joy, an absolute joy to work with. She is easygoing, just laid back, very honest. I've never had to worry about anything not showing up with her. Seriously. And I love her husband. I'm just gonna put that in there too.
he's pretty okay.
He's pretty cool, right? Um, but she has one of my favorite companies in North Carolina, to be honest with you. She's based out of the Sanford area, but she does come into the Fayetteville, that Sand Hills area. That's her service area, and it actually goes beyond that. And Bev, I'm gonna let you tell them more about that.
Okay, sure. So we became incorporated in 2018. We started before then, but became incorporated in 2018. My background was a 911 dispatcher. So always tell people that, my life before Carolina Fun Factory, when I answered the phone, it was typically somebody's worst day.
Got you.
And now that I answer the phone, it's a complete paradigm shift. So now we're planning a celebration, and that's what life is about. Life is all of these moments to be celebrated. And what I feel like we do, our mission and our vision here at Carolina Fun Factory is to bring the community together to celebrate moments. So that's important to us. My husband is still a full-time captain at the fire department. So the joke was before Carolina Fun Factory, I would tell him where to go on the radio, and now that I'm home, I still tell him where to go.
Oh my gosh. Well, Bev, tell us something about, just give us like a general, listen, doesn't have to be itemized because that's a lot of stuff to itemize,
Oh
but
gosh.
give us some general things that your company provides for events and what type of events you're usually called upon for.
Sure. That easily kind of breaks down into four categories. There's our corporate client, our churches, our schools, our private client, which includes birthday parties, quinceañeras, anniversaries, weddings, retirement parties, things like that. So basically, four components: corporate, church, school, and private.
Got you. And then what type of items do you provide for those?
Oh, okay. We have all day.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Don't, not everything, not itemized, but just a few
Okay.
things. Yeah.
Inflatables. So the
Okay.
typical when you think of a bounce house company. So yeah, we've got the blow ups that the kids play on, and then we also have other items that just kind of cover the gamut. We have the coolest, if I can say that, trackless train in North Carolina. So it's a top of the line Bellatory
It's
train.
an actual train, Mario. I saw
It's
your
a
face. It's
train.
an actual train.
Yeah.
Really?
You and
Yeah.
I can get in it.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
a beautiful train. So it's the Bellatory train. We've got a 9-hole miniature golf course. Um, People love this at weddings, and we have been called all over North Carolina for our mini golf course. It's got a really nice rustic look to it. It doesn't
Mhm.
look childish, so our golf course is really popular. Just how portable that is. It could be set up at so many different venues and situations. My One of my favorite memories of our golf course is during COVID when all of the elderlies that were in their assisted living facilities and they couldn't get out and family members couldn't come in and they were truly isolated. And psychologically, that's bad for anybody to
Yeah.
be very isolated. And so the mini golf course really kind of made a name for itself with the assisted living facilities because, we could bring everything to the front door. Everything was sanitized. We would leave, and then the people who worked there would bring the golf course in their facility, gave these seniors something to do, a way to do something, and then we come and pick it up. So that probably is my favorite memory of that item and how it served this particular segment of our society. Rock climbing wall and tents, tables, chairs. We're keeping the dance floor, Tish. You'll be happy.
Okay, I'm glad.
We're keeping the dance floors.
A huge dance floor, you guys.
It is. It's a California dance floor. So
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's everything that we try to do is top of the line. And so when people see our products and what we bring, it's not something that's worn out, embarrassing. It's all top of the line.
I can tell you it's no dingy tents. And I'm not going to name any other companies, but they tend to have dingy tents.
Yeah.
But not Carolina Fun Factory.
Ms. Dunbar,
I can tell they clean those.
Ms. Dunbar is good morning, Ms. Dunbar.
Ms. Dunbar.
Hey.
And she asked the question, where is it located?
Our warehouse is in Sanford, so we're very centrally located in the Sandhills. We're on North Horner Boulevard, 1000 North Horner Boulevard. We do allow customers to pick up from our location smaller items. So we do serve. We have a large delivery radius for those who may not be able to meet a minimum order, though, to qualify for delivery. We do allow customer pickup. So we're very centrally located now in Sanford.
Okay.
Thanks for that question, Tanika. Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you, hopefully serving you soon.
And Tanika, she's also one of the best vendors for photography and photo booths in the Fayetteville area.
Ooh, well, I definitely need to get to know her as well. I like this whole event professional alliance term.
It's very see, good use of that word.
It just rolls, doesn't it?
It does.
Great question. The website is carolinafunfactory.com. And everything is online pricing, and you can even order online.
What is it again?
It's
carolinafunfactory.com.
Oh, Carolina Fun Factory. Okay.
That's it. Yep.
You're gonna love the website.
That's constantly a work in progress.
I'm always good. I haven't been up there. How many times did you get it to me?
Never done with it.
So I'm going to share it so people can see it. There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
So people can see that. There we go.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. But what? So it sounds like y'all have y'all got a lot of I call them toys to play with because I know I got a lot of toys, but it sounds like you got more fun of toys than I do. So
is that my toys are funner than yours are?
What's your biggest items that go out a lot in the summertime?
Water slides.
Water slides.
I do say we have a huge selection of water slides. So, and we get asked, probably our number one question that people call and ask is, do we have water slides for adults? And yes. So we do have the bigger water slides, and adult water slide, water park parties are fun. So block parties. We see a lot of, and I guess this kind of sprang up in 2020 when people would kind of have what they would call their bubble or their circle, and just other groups of families, a handful of other families that they were very comfortable with and would just kind of hang out with and would start kind of the whole trend of just, instead of going out somewhere, would, have a water park party at home with the water slides. And so people, even people who had never done that, had never rented anything inflatable before, kind of started doing that and realized that you really do save a lot of money. I mean, when
Definitely
you're staying,
so.
when you're eating your food and you're not spending your gas and you're not having to pay for a hotel and you're not doing all
Mhm.
this traveling, then it really offsets the cost of having something delivered to your home that you can enjoy and not have to share with hundreds of other people that you don't know.
Absolutely. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning, Karen.
Hi
Karen,
there.
Karen is actually based out of the Durham area.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about her some more because Karen's gonna do a guest appearance on this show.
I need to see
Coming in
that.
soon.
That's
She
good.
doesn't know it, but she's coming soon.
You
But
hear that, Karen?
there's a couple more things like you guys have the tents, tables and chairs.
Mhm.
You do well, you still have linens right now, but I know that's going away soon. But
We're phasing the linens out, so because that's your field. Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
yeah, so that
That wasn't meant to be a plug.
linens is all you. So
I wasn't meaning that to be a plug, but I just wanted to make sure people knew there were some more things you guys carry. Now, when I say tents, listen to me carefully, guys. These are not these regular pop-up tents with the pole in the middle kind of thing.
Right.
These are the elegant peak tents.
mhm.
And there's no pole in the middle.
Right.
They have walls to go with them. The window walls at that as well.
Cathedral.
Oh my God, they are beautiful.
Oh,
Um,
and lit up at night, boy, they're gorgeous.
oh my God. Oh, the lighting and the lighting.
Mhm.
The
Yeah, they're
lighting
really
is
pretty. They're really
just
pretty.
stunning. Seriously, it's just, it's
Mhm.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
it is good for a family reunion, a kid's party, an adult birthday party, whatever, retirement, wedding, whatever you can think of with these kids you can use. Because Hunty, these are so nice.
They're very pretty tents. I'd have to say that they're elegant. I mean, it's just
Very.
kind of they're what you imagine. Like if you see like the look on Pinterest or the look on
Mhm.
Instagram, these are the look.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
What big event? I know we were talking about it earlier. What let people know what big events you've done in the past, because they some of these I've actually seen a lot of your work if they've gone to. I know we were talking
And
about the
wouldn't
Dogwood
even know that's
Festival,
what they've seen. Yeah.
right?
Maybe, yeah, because we found out that Mario, your family has probably already met us.
Right.
We have served the Fellville Dogwood Festival, the Kids Zone area, for what, the last 6 years, except for
Mhm.
2020. The 2020 doesn't count. We're erasing that year. So, but for the last 6 years, the Fellville Dogwood Festival, we do the Kids Zone there.
Mhm.
We do. Actually, you had mentioned earlier about one of your apprentices set up at Fellville State University this weekend. I'm there this weekend too, so they got a water slide from us
Mhm.
over at FSU. So
Oh wow.
yeah, we're I love FSU. They're so cool there. But yeah, all the schools and the churches, the colleges, we did those events. We've been up to the Durham Bulls. Did one of their opening nights at the Durham Bulls baseball. Yeah.
UNC.
UNC Chapel Hill. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. They love our golf course. So talk about the golf course before. They love our golf course. But yeah,
And
that's
see,
fun.
one of the things I like about like you're is that you do a lot of things for the community, especially I know you're in the Sanford area, the Fayetteville area. How far out do y'all travel?
We pretty much stick right there. So Fayetteville up through Fort Liberty. I'm having to learn how to say Fort Liberty instead of Fort
Us
Bragg.
too.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
look, look, you're doing better than me because I would have said Bragg first and then Liberty, but yes.
I grew up in Fayetteville, so I actually graduated high school in Fayetteville. So Fayetteville's where I'm from. So Fayetteville's kind of my community too. But,
Yep.
yeah. But so Fayetteville, Fort Liberty Bragg, Sanford, up through Lillington, all the way up into Raleigh, Moore
Wow,
County,
okay.
yeah, and Rayford, so Hope County. So,
Mhm.
um,
Oh, and your new area that you're adding in is Pembroke, right?
not really.
Not really.
No, Pembroke. That's a stretch for us.
Okay, I thought you guys were doing something with Pembroke out that way.
With let's see, what is it? What's it? Oh God, I just went brain dead. What's the college? UNC Pembroke? UNC?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. We've done a couple of things with them, but as far as going that far out for like a private party,
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Sure.
Yeah, and then you've got I think you still come into Siler City area as well. And Cameron is another one of your areas too. Yeah, didn't want to forget about that.
Yeah, we love Cameron.
Look, I'm always listen. Y'all can tell we're friends. I'm sorry.
Well, see, and I love that Tisha introduced me as her friend first and a vendor second. That's
my girl.
That's important to me. She's my friend.
She is. We do. Look, we're going lunch tomorrow. But anyway, so one thing that we want to definitely hit on with the summertime stuff, because I know we're coming to an end. We're going back to school stuff, and fall events going to start. What is one of the major things that you want potential customers to know about your services? Like, what's one of the major things that you know that picks up this time of year, be it tents or tables and chairs or whatever it is that you want them to be prepared for, as far as like cost preparation, budget preparation, if you want to say it that way, and then what items are really popular at this time of year?
That's a great question. Thank you. We are seeing a flood of calls coming in for tenting, and especially for like fall wedding receptions and things like that. So for brides who may be planning their fall weddings, definitely want to consider getting your tenting now if you anticipate needing it, because that's very popular. It goes fast. And then as far as price points go, you should expect for a 20 by 20 tent to pay somewhere around from us, $450. And that sounds like a lot comparatively. It sounds like a lot, but keep in mind the way that we operate is we don't try to charge hidden fees. So when we say that this tent is $450, that includes your delivery, that includes your setup, that includes that. So it doesn't include tax. You may want to consider adding on a damage waiver because you never know. So it wouldn't include that. That would be an extra. But other than that, what you see is what you get. We try to be very transparent.
And that's the good part, because like I've even looked on your website, and what I like about your website is y'all actually put your prices.
Yes,
people see in advance, so that's a plus, and that's one of the things that I want more vendors to do is to put their prices, because it saves everybody time to where that you don't have to call or check, because like if you see the price, if you can't afford it, then you don't waste somebody's time calling and things of that nature. So it's kind of like it's a plus. I mean, you're very transparent.
Yeah, and so there's a quote by Warren Buffett, and it's price is what you pay, value is what you get. And so there's a dynamic difference between getting something cheap and getting something affordable.
Right.
So those words shouldn't be really integrated, because cheap is just that, and cheap. So when you're trying to plan one of the most important events of your life, whether it's your wedding reception or your
graduation
retirement party or your parents' 50th wedding anniversary, that's a very important occasion. You can cut corners in other areas, but don't cut corners on what's really, really important. And you may have to decide first what's really, really important to you. And then budget for that. So one of the things that I see being a pain point and a frustration is customers who kind of wait to the last minute thinking it's going to be available for them, and it's not. So plan ahead.
And that's what that was going to be my next question. How far in advance would a person need to, like, let's say if they wanted a tent for their wedding, how far in advance should they plan for that?
It depends on the month. So I always tell people there's 2 times of the year that I don't know if I found a rope or lost a horse, and that is April and October.
Mm-hmm.
So that I lose a horse or just find a rope. Yeah, it gets crazy. So October is Rocktober. It's already starting to fill. Weekends, there's only four, maybe sometimes there's 5 weekends in a month. So there's only 4 or 5 weekends in a month, and those fill quickly. So if you're not ahead of the game, in the words of Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last.
There you go.
So,
How far in advance would you allow people to book your services?
literally, I have people now booking for September of 2024.
Okay.
Yeah. So the website is open for online booking, and people can go on there and book anytime, or they'll call now and start getting on the calendar for 2024, especially to lock in the prices, because
Yeah.
every year you can expect some sort of price increase.
Right.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That's business. So people who want to go ahead and lock in prices now will do so with a small deposit, and then that way, not only are they putting a check in the box and making life easier for themselves, but they're also locking in that price. So I think that's important too.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have another question, Mario?
No, because like I said, I looked at their website and I was
Mhm.
just blown away. Because especially when you said golf course, I said I had to see what that looks like, because I'm like, hey, that's the first time I heard that one where you got a portable golf course you can set
Mhm.
up. And I was looking at the pictures of that. I was like, man, that is nice.
It's fun, yeah, and I think it makes for great photo opportunities too. When you have, a couple and he's in his wedding suit and she's in her dress, and and they're putting the ball together. It just
Right.
adds that whimsy and fun,
Element. Yeah, it
to
does.
their wedding pictures, and hopefully their entire marriage is that way, is built on fun and cooperation.
Yep.
And
Yep.
one of the other things I wanted to highlight is the concessions that y'all rent.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
the concessions, that's always a great thing for schools. I know, like a lot of schools, I get booked for a lot of schools, and and the thing I love is that y'all actually have a cotton candy machine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I know Roundabout Skate Center. I know what they do is they actually take orders to do cotton candy, but y'all actually provide the entire machine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Um,
it comes with the serving. So when you get the machine, you're also getting enough product there to make 50 servings of that cotton candy. And you
Of
get
the
to
carton
choose
thing.
your flavor. We have blue raspberry or pink vanilla. So you get to choose the one that you want, and it comes with it. I think the thing that I would highlight though about our machines is they're clean. They are absolutely clean.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm really a snob when it comes to stuff. So I want things clean. So
Yeah.
and our guy that's over the cleaning here in our warehouse, kind of the joke is, okay, it may be clean, but is it Beverly clean? So and so is it clean? Did you clean that? Yeah, it's clean. Is it Beverly clean? And sometimes they'll hang their head and they'll walk back to go clean it again because it's not Beverly clean. So,
okay. Well, I wanted to do show people a quick preview of your website. I'm about to pull it up real quick.
sure.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm extremely fascinated with your website, because it's like, when I say it has everything, it's user friendly. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, I'm like blown away with how everything is set up on your website. And I wanted people to see this because, I mean, this you can't get any better than this. When it comes to rentals, I mean, some of the other rental companies, I've seen their stuff, and yours is very detailed,
Very.
very, very detailed. And then even the services that you offer, I mean, the mobile rock climbing, I mean, the wall. This is stuff like, I know, like a lot of schools, and I want all my schools to hear me say this. If you're looking for stuff like, oh, you got a DJ already coming up for your event, you might want to look into some of these things on her site, because she's offered
Mm-hmm.
quite a bit for kids, especially now that we're going back to school. And a lot of kids, like a lot of, I'm being volunteered to do a lot of the open houses. So I got
Mm.
one today. Um, for out there with District 7, and then I got one tomorrow, then a couple next week. And I want people to understand that, look, if you're looking to really do a great welcome to the kids and the parents, please look up this website, Carolina Fun Factory, and she offers a lot of different things for children.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just blown away with the train. I mean,
isn't the train awesome though? I mean, I've seen the train, but I'm just saying, isn't it awesome though?
yes,
Just click on it.
Click on it and you can
And
see a bigger picture of it. There it is.
Isn't that cool?
Look at that.
Isn't that pretty? That is a pretty train.
I know.
That is
I
just
love
so
the
cool.
train.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't need a track. You see that?
Oh, and it's electric, so you don't have noise and fumes. So we can actually operate that
Oh
indoors.
wow! Okay.
I'm just saying.
It is. So if I can add a shameless plug real quick, it is. I mean, yeah, we offer a lot of stuff, but I feel like probably the most important aspect of Carolina Fun Factory that event planners, PTA presidents, church youth group leaders, corporate event planners, everyone, even a private backyard party, everyone should take this into consideration first when choosing a company is the reputation of that company. And we've all seen the videos, we've all seen it where you see when stuff goes wrong, when the bounce houses fly up in the air, when children get hurt. It's so important. It is vital that your first consideration is that company insured? Does that company carry insurance? Does that company invest into its employees to train them on the safe setup and operation of the equipment? Does is that company state inspected? And a lot of people don't realize, but here in North Carolina is actually a North Carolina state law that an inflatable company have all of its items inspected annually. And we do. The penalties for noncompliance, especially if you are hosting an event on public property, is that the state inspector can pop in at any time, and both the company that brought out the inflatables and the person that rented the inflatables will both be fined for noncompliance. Yeah. So that's
very good information to share.
I think that's a huge aspect before, and I wish more people would ask. I wish more people would ask either your first question, whether you choose us or somebody else. Your first question should be, "Are you insured?"
That's right.
And that's critically important. I mean, and I think that's what people like. And that people have to understand is when you do see prices, you can tell by the price if they have insurance or not.
You can.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest pieces is that people need to understand. They need to do research when they do go into these companies. If it's good, too good to be true, most likely they cut corners somewhere where it's going to be awful later. So it's critical that people do their homework, do their research, look into these things. I'm just really impressed. I'm sitting here like looking like, dang, I need to do an event just. So I mean,
I'm thinking about your block thing that you do.
The
block thing. There's a block party thing that Mario does every year.
Oh, you talking about the Halloween? Yeah, that's what I did. Hey, that's
that would be perfect.
There you go. Yeah, because what is that every Halloween? I know last year I did it at the skating rink because it rained, but every Halloween I do a block party. This will be the 8th. Yeah, this will be the 8th year that I've done it. Coming up in October, and I actually we set up I take all my equipment and set it all up into it looks like a fun center trick-or-treating. So I actually have an area set up with tables and chairs for the parents to sit as their kids are playing, going to the selfie station, dancing. So it's like a full thing, and then we give out, me and my wife and kids, we make these big bag of treats. We don't just do the candy, but we give them like the juice, the chips, the cakes, a nice little bag of treats to go with them. So everybody comes to us, and it's huge. It's like we have the whole neighborhood full with people that don't even live in our neighborhood come by and see us, check us out.
Of course. Yeah. That's what's the address? I'll be there.
But we do it every year, and it is something we do for our community just to give back. And it's always fun for the kids. It's a real, and then my neighbors. It's funny. My neighbors were just talking to me last week, and they were saying, we missed you last year. Are you doing it this year? And I was like, yeah, well, I'll be out here this year. I'm making sure of that.
I have to call you Father Halloween.
Yeah, there we go. It's a fascinating to see how families come out and have a great time. And I'm like, and I'm looking at your stuff and like, I said, this is like awesome. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna taking notes on some of the stuff. I said, yeah, I'm gonna do my own little event.
Yep. Because Jackson's ready to come and do Elmo or one of the characters for you, one of the mascot characters.
Right.
There's nothing scary. He'll do something cute. But go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think we all really considered how important community is within our lives until it got taken away from us in 2020. Yeah. And when we couldn't get together, when we couldn't go to the park, when we couldn't have these festivals and events. And then all of a sudden it was in how important it is to be able to get together. I mean, the community is so important. This is who you rely on when things go bad. You rely on your community, whether it's your church, your school, your neighborhood. Your community is so important, and fostering those relationships is vital to our mental health.
It is very much so.
And it's like nowadays it's got to the point where more people are doing more private events versus going out to public areas, because now you can't even enjoy a day out without someone like doing things that are inappropriate. Like nobody wants to go and see people with saggy pants, and you don't want to see anybody's underwear. You want your kids to see stuff like be exposed to that. You don't want to hear people using profanity in a family.
Talking about that, yeah.
So those are things that now more and more people are doing private events, because it's got to the point that public areas are no longer family orientated. And that's why this is incredible, because for those that want to do keep things family orientated, they have access to these different tools and different things where they can do that.
You can control your crowd.
That's right.
Absolutely, you can control your crowd and control your environment.
That's correct. And have a great time while you're doing it.
Yes, I'm telling you. Look, don't give me that train, because we be bored.
I'm just saying. I was just saying. I mean, the stuff is there. The rentals are there, and the quality of their rentals at Carolina Fun Factor is just above average. Period. I mean, I can't say anything else but that, because you have to understand. I've been there in person. I've seen these things. You know what I'm saying? And I've personally.
It's fascinating because I'm just blown away. I mean, the dunk tank. I was looking at the dunk tank. I said, "Ooh!" I said, "We can get some people." I said, "Okay, get some people in the dunk tank."
Yeah, but, I see a lot of our corporate. A lot of our corporate clients like the dunk tank, so it's always fun to dunk the boss. So if you're out there and you have a boss that you'd like to dunk,
and that's what I was just like fascinated with all the different things here. I like that. I just love the fact that you have the sidewalls for your tents. Yeah, these are the real heavy duty strong tents too.
Yes.
That's what.
And Tish just got firsthand experience with that.
We had an event that had literally, it was a windy week. And I know you knew I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, is everything gonna be okay? You know, but when they went out to set up, the event wasn't until Saturday. They set up on Thursday. I'm being straight up. I was petrified about the wind, the high level of wind that we were experiencing that week. Hey, Cheryl. And
hey, Cheryl.
Literally nothing moved. Like there was no, there's a loose. No, it was tight. It was down. It was literally staked properly. I mean, everything about it. That tenting stayed up till what, Sunday or Monday?
I think it was Monday when we got back to it.
from Thursday till Monday. Not anything, not movement, not shifting, nothing. It was absolutely perfect. And we had the 40, the 20 by 40 and the 20 by 20. Uh-huh.
Well, let me ask this: do you also provide the air and heat systems?
That we don't. So that's just a whole different kind of animal when you start dealing with propane and heating a tent and
Right.
combustion and having to vent it and that kind of stuff. So there's not something that we do.
Who do you recommend for it?
Um, I think maybe curated events out of Raleigh will
Okay.
do that kind of heating. And I mean, that is very, you can't just pop a propane heater
Right.
underneath the
Right.
tent. And a lot of people, and I thank you for bringing that up because I do get asked every winter if we can just put like one of those patio porch heaters underneath the tent. And you really shouldn't do that because you can't vent that CO off of
Right.
it. And the CO is extremely dangerous because it's tasteless, odorless,
Right.
and you it'll get you. So you're not supposed to put those kind of heaters under a tent, especially when it's enclosed and it's something that needs to be set up correctly. So not something that we offer, but if you reach out to curated events out of Raleigh, I think they do.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause that's one of the things I stress to people when if you're gonna do like in the summertime. I know I was so happy to dodge the bullet for some of these weddings where they're doing their wedding ceremony and reception outdoors. And the first thing I asked, June and July is just not the months to do a full outdoor event.
Nor
Um,
August.
and they do it. I'm like, okay, what are you doing for AC or what are you doing for air? Oh, nothing. We're just, we're gonna. I was like, okay.
And people really need to consider if they're having elderly at their event and the time of the
Say
year.
that all the time.
And can the elderly handle the temperatures? Is that
Right.
going to be something that they can handle? Because if you want grandma, grandpa there at your event, is it comfortable? Is it feasible? Is it healthy for them to be a part of that?
Well,
That is-
I think we've kind of touched on pretty much everything today.
Mhm.
We've got the website listed, we've got the phone numbers listed. Bev, we just thank you for just
Oh,
coming
well,
and
thank
joining us.
you.
Like I know I use my friendship card with you to get started, but I think that I felt that people needed to know about more about your business. And because you are one of those, and y'all don't take me the wrong way, but Beverly is one of those people that serves a higher purpose in things that she does. And her personality is genuine every single day.
I appreciate that very much.
I love you,
Oh,
totally. And I just want people to know that you and your husband, especially your son, I love him too. But you guys are such a great family owned business, and you go out of your way for people. You do you like to do early deliveries with things, early preparation with stuff. So I think people need to know more people need to know about your business, what you offer.
yes, I agree.
it's
I
stressful.
definitely wanted Mario too. And I didn't realize until a couple weeks ago, I hadn't even mentioned your company to Mario. And I was like,
Right, and that's why I was because I wish I would have had your
like,
information before
my bad.
because and that's because I'm telling you, like some of the rental companies they like I think for Fayetteville, I think there's only two still standing here, and
Well,
they
there's two rental companies that do like some of the same things as
right,
her,
but they
but they don't have the type of inventory that
right,
they offer.
and that's what, and I think
Yeah.
that's the part is that have had people ask me, and most of the time what I do, if they're military, I just tell them to go to MWR. But MWR, only got but so much, and
True.
so
True.
but then it's a self thing. You have to do it all yourself, and then a lot of people
Yeah.
don't understand when you do the blowouts, you got to have the power source. That's one of the biggest things. I had one party, they were doing an event, they would and plugged it into a regular plug. The fan, I guess the fan that keeps the house
Inflatable up.
the inflatable, and it shut down all the power in the house.
Ooh, well, it is a regular plug that you use. The same kind of outlet that you would plug your vacuum cleaner in
Right.
is fine for the fans. The problem is, and what we try to educate our customers on, is it's got to be on its own circuit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where you see overloading that circuit, and you pop the breaker, and then you don't have power.
Right.
So that's one of our pain points, I guess you'd say, with our customers that don't understand circuitry. And knowing that you've got to identify an outlet that's not already heavily loaded. Please don't plug us into your kitchen outlets because we're going to pop your breakers. So some standalone outlet that you know is not overly loaded.
And I've seen where people use generators as a primary, especially if they're going to be out in the field area. So
yeah, that's a great option. A generator is a great option. We rent those out as well. And the benefit of adding on a generator, if you know you don't have the proper electrical requirements, but the benefit of running that generator from us is, one, it comes with the equipment. So it's there when we need it to get everything set up. Two, we guarantee you that our generator is going to work. And we know the life cycle of that generator when it's operating at your event. We can tell you, hey, you've got about 12 hours of runtime on this generator before it needs to be refilled. We've had people before that, I'll bring my own generator, and it's this little teeny thing that wouldn't even be able to power a radio. And
I was thinking the lights.
And see, the thing is, they don't understand the watts and stuff, because like you can't. I remember one person thought by bringing a small tiny generator, thought that they could run the bouncy house and the DJ equipment off on the same thing. And as soon as I looked at it and it says 1100 watts, I was like, that can't even do one speaker for me. I said, so it's like that's a bad idea.
Right.
Very bad idea.
Yeah, we tell people at least the 4500.
Right.
So the generator needs to be at least the 4500. And we say one generator per inflatable.
Definitely.
That way, if something were to happen and it go down, your whole event doesn't go down.
Right.
One of the things that I feel like, I know we're all really good at working through with our customers is the logistics of their event. So for the untrained eye, you would walk up on an event and it looks like it just fell out of the sky and everything happened. But there's a lot of logistics behind setting these events up correctly.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's absolutely correct. And one thing that I really want to kind of reiterate it before we go is that the actual execution of putting these items up, these tents, and bringing in the generators, you have to understand that that's not just we just run up and throw it out there. There's actual work that has to go into that to make sure that tent is secured, that equipment is secured. It's not just a drop it off and roll away kind of thing. That's not what they do. So please understand, sometimes the pricing may seem like, oh, that's a lot. But like she said, that's including a lot too. It's not just the tent. It's delivery, setup. It's a lot that goes into not the tax yet, because the government wants their money for everything.
Right.
and definitely, I always encourage anybody, always do the insurance waiver, because things happen.
Right.
What I'm saying? Unexpected things happen. Now, insurance waivers, let me just make sure I put this out there because it's in our contract too. It does not include anything that was purposely done. So if you did to our equipment, you're gonna pay for it.
Right.
But something that was something outside of your control, maybe one of them deep winds really did come along or something, whatever it is, then that's where the insurance waiver can assist you. Because there is a responsibility that goes with renting equipment. I don't care if it's a tablecloth, a chair, a table, a tent, whatever. That responsibility comes along with that.
So Tish, what you're saying is I can't use the actual folding table as a diving board?
Well, you could.
If you get the water slide thing, you can take your chance.
No, I say that because someone broke a folding table trying to use it as a diving board at the event.
I don't even want to know.
And I'm trying not to laugh, but what in the world? Folding table diving board. The words don't even match. I'm just saying. Just don't match with the words.
Maybe there's a market for that out there somewhere. Folding table diving board.
I like it. That's what it is. They pull the folding table over to the pool and they want to show off. And you know how it is when you can't, like, a dive board, you know how you bounce? You
Right.
can't do that on a folding table. So they did the little bounce and the table came wham and hit him in the head. And then he fell in the water, but then it broke the table at the same time.
That's on YouTube somewhere. That has
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
But we're so looking that up tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
We gotta find out.
That's one of those hold my beer and watch this moments. Those never end well.
No, they don't.
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry. But Bev, thank you so much for your time today. I know this is I think this is a huge thing for people in the community.
It is. This is really big.
Vendors, venues, potential customers. I think it was really important that they learn more about Carolina Fun Factory and that the services and what you guys offer. And Mario, thank you for featuring that website as well, because that really shared a lot of the.
No problem. It looks so good. I couldn't go without showing it. I'm like, yeah, this thing looks.
Mario
awesome.
and I, we're going to plan a party, aren't we?
I know that's right.
I'm up here looking like, and see, a lot of the schools that I work with, because I know I work with almost every single elementary school in Cumberland County, and then and I'm starting to spread into Hope County with this. It's kind of like it's a free service that I provide, and so what I see is I see this. And I think about all the things I've done for the school, especially when they do their field days. Oh, I mean, I'm just looking at the certain things that you offer. I'm like, this is some fun stuff. I was like, the kids can have a real good time. They can be jamming to the music and climbing up the mountain at the same time. Just don't jump, but
and that diving board table. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not bringing that though. We're not going to bring that.
Too funny.
But thank you so much. And see, babe, I promise you we were going to laugh a lot. Didn't I tell you that this morning?
Yeah.
I was not joking. I knew we was going to laugh a lot. But thank you so much for your time today, and definitely share one more time, because I know Mario has the website down below, but just share one more time about your the hours that you guys are there Monday through Friday, or how your hours are during the week.
Sure. So I say it this way. We answer the phone between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Got you.
So we say those are our office hours, and we try to constrain things within there. Of course, people can go online 24/7 and order their items online confidently, securely. But if you have a question and you need to talk to either myself or Susie, then that's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. We have a chat on the website. There's also a chat feature. So then maybe you're at your office and you don't want your boss to know that you're not exactly working, you're shopping. Then there's a chat feature on there too. We won't tell anybody.
Okay, we won't say anything. And by the way, make sure you tell Susie I said hey.
I will.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. Well, Mario, you got anything that you want?
No, like I said, it was nice to meet you. I can't wait to add you to my book, because I'm like, I'm already looking over your stuff already. So I'm like, I really want to put this information up, because I know it's going to be a very helpful thing for all those that are trying to have their own type of private events. And even those schools and organizations that I got events coming up, I'm definitely going to share this information with them.
Definitely.
Thank you. We appreciate that very, very much.
All right, you guys. Well, that was a great show.
We can go all day.
I mean, I'm serious. My brother, one of my favorite people on the planet. I'll tell you, it's really a nice day for me. So my day is gonna be.
Christmas is coming. You better make sure he knows that.
What happened? What? I didn't miss that part.
I said Christmas is coming, so you better make sure he knows that. You want a good Christmas present.
Oh, yes.
So thank you to everyone that joined us today. Thank you to everyone that goes back and who actually missed the live feed today, but got to go back and do the replay. Right. We thank you for your support, your continued support, and definitely we'll be here next week on Wednesday. something else and new.
And then also, for all the other vendors and venues, if you would like to come on and tell the community, tell people about what you have to offer, I mean, please let us know. We look forward to highlighting great things, great vendors, and
Yes.
great venues in our community. That's the biggest thing, is promoting greatness in our actual community throughout the whole state of North Carolina, aka South Carolina. When I say that, it's kind of funny, but I don't. That's never real. But
This
it's
is fair.
but it's just overall, this is also a great way to put out information, because we love to share. And
Mhm.
like we were saying earlier, so we want to promote great vendors and great venues that are taking care of their clients. We don't want to
Yes.
put out. We're trying to get rid of the crooks and focus on the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, you guys.
All right.
Welcome,
Well,
everyone.
thanks again, everyone, for joining us, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Okay. Yep, there we go.